Hey, my name is Chinwe. Good to see you again. See, are you planning to do your CNA test out, or would you like to have an idea of what a CNA test out is? Then this video is for you, okay? Hold on and stay tuned.
Shut the hell up, shut the hell up, shut the hell up and get your work done. Shut the hell up, shut the hell up, shut the hell up, shut the hell up.
Okay, so let's go straight to the point. So before you can do your CNA test out, first of all, you have to have completed your CNA classes, or maybe your license is like due for 2 years, because it usually lasts for 2 years. It's due for 2 years and you would like to renew it. That means you have to do like another test out. You register with the school. There are different organizations you can register. You can register with Pearson VUE. You can register with Red Cross. So when you call them, they usually make you pay a certain amount of money. Usually maybe like $150, $150, $140 or thereabout. So when you register, they also expect you to come with a money order on the test out day. Money order is usually about $64. Yeah, you have to come with money order because they do not accept cash. Then they expect you to come with some things. They expect you to come with like an application form. If you're a first timer, you come with an application form. Yeah, then that application form is going to be given to you by your instructor at the end of your training. So your instructor is going to give you a certificate and also an application form. Then you come with the application form to the exam. They also expect you to come with your identity card. So they expect to see at least 2. You could even take 3, carry all of them if possible, and ensure that at least one has your signature. So if you know you don't have any form of identity card, you don't have a driver's license, you don't have any form of identity card that has a signature, try to sign on any of them. You could sign at the back of your ATM card. At least it has your name. That's your card, your bank card. Yes, it has your name, and then you could just put a signature at the back, or your social security number. You can just put just something that can identify you. Must have your signature as well. Come with your social security card, the little paper, come with it as well, and then your passport, you also come with it. So let me list out the things you're going to come with. First of all, you're coming with the application form if you're a first timer. Secondly, you're coming with 2 forms of identifications, ID cards. Anyway, they will even let you know ID cards with your signature on one at least. Then thirdly, you're gonna come with your passports, at least your international passport, either your American passport, any other country passport, just your passport. You have to come with it. Then you're gonna come with your pencils, your HB pencils. Yeah, so these are the things you're going to come with, and your social security card, the little paper, you come with them. So you come at least 30 minutes or an hour before your exam time. When you come, you guys are going to be on a queue. They'll be checking you in one by one, looking at all the things, the requirements that you're supposed to come with. So if you don't have your requirements complete, you may not be able to test out. Then also, if you're doing like a retake of the CNA test, please ensure you come with your results, like the paper they sent to you already, showing that you are passed this one and you failed this one. Ensure you come with it. Then also, usually they do like the written ones first. I know some states could do the skills before the written, while some do the written and the skills the same day. When I did mine, just like 2 months ago, I did mine with written first, then the skills. Okay, so the written test has about 70 questions for 2 hours. So if you're doing the oral, that has like about 60 questions. So do not worry. This written test is not always it's not that difficult. It's common sense. You just need to practice, ensure that you really attended your classes and you understood how it is to practice. That's all. It doesn't take time. So they'll give you like a paper for shading. That's why you have your pencils. So you have to shade. It has like A, B, C, D. They'll teach you how to shade because they have to mark with the computer as well. Then also they'll teach you also how to fill in your number. So you're going to fill the question. Your question paper is going to have a certain number. The number, you're going to fill it on your answer sheet. and you don't have the same question with everyone at all. Like, I think everyone just has different questions. So that's it. So they just space you out and you do your test. So once you finish your test, you go in for, as you're finishing your test, you're going in for your skills practice. So now in the skill practice, you're going to be in batches, like 2 in each group. So you might have like about 4 or 5 instructors in a room. So everyone is going to take like a corner where they'll be practicing and the skills they have. So they have a particular place where they have all the things you need, all your requirements, like everything you need, your towels, your bedpans, every single thing you need is just in one corner for everyone in the room. So once you're ready, you just quickly go there, pick up whatever you have, and then you come in. So as you're coming in batches, you come in twos. So the person you're pairing with will act as the client. Then after your own all your test out, you also act like the client for the other person. I mean, there can't be enough people to use, so you all have to use yourselves, like act as a client and then the other way around. But when it gets to those water ones, like perineal care, the ones that you have to like get the clothes off and all of that, there are models for those ones. So once you're ready with your partner, you come in to meet your instructor. So your instructor goes through your names again, makes sure you're the right person by going through your date of birth and every other thing. After that, she's going to give you all the rules of the game, like the rules of the exam. Do not speak vernacular like every other language. No sign language. Do not give clue to your partner. You don't have to give clue. And then they'll tell you that it's like 30 minutes for the test, because the test has 5 skills for you to practice. Then after that, after like giving you instructions, she's going to give you a paper to sign to show that you really understood. So that's it. Then you're going to have like 2 papers, like you have your own papers, and then your own partner has her own paper. So when you turn it over, in that way you're going to see your skills. So 5 skills in 30 minutes. The only skill that is common to everyone is hand washing. So hand washing must be seen in every skill. So please, if you think hand washing is not that serious, it's possible to fail as well. So if you need to see the exact skills for hand washing, you can see this my video. Check it out on this video that I did. So hand washing also has its procedures, and it has to last for 20 seconds. Must last for 20 seconds, because she'll be looking at the time as you're washing your hands. Because I caught my instructor looking at the time, and I was smart too, because I was also looking at the same time. So I ensured, even when I felt that I'd finished washing, because I'm like a fast washer, I had to keep washing to ensure that I got up to 20 seconds. So that's that. So after that, you're going to pick 4 other skills. So now the skills are divided into, as in the 4 skills, they're going to pick 1 from each section, like 1 from each section, because there are about 4 sections in the skills. The total skills, sorry, I'm going to be looking here because I really jotted some things down so that I'll make it easy for us. Okay. So there are 21 skills for you to do. So now these 21 skills are broken down into 4 categories. You have the personal care, you have the activity and exercise, you have the nutrition and elimination, and then you have measurements. So now in these 21 skills, they are categorized, like grouped into this, under these 4 headings I just mentioned. So on the test out there, they're going to pick 1 one out of all the personal care. So personal care could have like 4 or 5 skills under it. So they'll pick 1 out of the personal care, 1 out of the activity and exercise, 1 out of the nutrition and elimination. So that's it. They'll just pick 1 out of it to do the test out. So when you see your own, when I did mine, I had hand washing, which was general. Then I had radial pulse, how to check the pulse. So she'll sit next to you and cross check with you. Then I also had bedpan. I really didn't want the bedpan, but I mean it was also good because I kind of prepared for it, so I just did it. Then after bedpan, I had catheter as in catheter hygiene, how to clean up catheter that is already in situ. you know how to do that. Then I also had, I think the last one I had was dentures. Yeah, the one I had was dentures, and it was good. So once you finish, she'll be checking the time. After 5 minutes, she'll put it off. Then you go. Once you said you're ready, you start. You quickly go and gather the things you need, your requirements. Once you gather them, you start doing whatever you're doing. Once you finish, you just say skills complete. She'll now shut it down. I don't know how she was timing that though, but I don't know if I was meeting up, but I was fast enough. But just keep doing, like, being fast. If at any point you forget a step and you remember, please just stop. I think you're just going to do that one time. Just stop and say with your mouth, oh, I should have washed my hands before gathering the requirements, you know, gathering your supplies. You should have washed your hand. You know, you just need to mention it at one time, because if you miss any bold step, you may not be able to pass. So bold steps are those steps you must not miss. Like, they are very important. Like, if you miss them, it might be harmful to the person you're providing the care for. So you have to ensure that you complete all your steps. So when you finish that, your partner will carry out her own on you. Once she finishes, that's it. They can wait till the end of that day and send you your result. They can tell you to go. In my own case, they told me to go, and I think it took about 3 or 4 days. They now sent the result to my email, to the mail here at home. So now there are some pre-steps, standard pre-steps that they expect you to do once you come in. One, you must always say, I'm talking about the pre-steps now, pre-standard steps. You must do first, you must check your assignment sheets. You can call it a care plan, because you need to know what you're providing for this client. So always try to check your care plan. So on your test out day, always say, my care plan says, my assignment sheet says this. Like, you need to read it out and know what it says. Then the next thing you do is what? You wash your hands. But once you have done your first hand washing, in the subsequent ones, they will tell you, your instructor will even tell you, you don't need to wash your hands again. Just say, I will wash my hands. I think this will help us save time. I think that's why they did it like that. So after your normal hand washing, she now knows you can wash your hands. So the other times you say it with your mouth, but please, you have to say, I will now wash my hands. And then you do what? Gather your supplies. Then the next thing you do is what? Knock on the door of the clients. Knock on the client's door. Whether the clients can hear or not hear, just show respect. Once you knock, come in, identify the residents. Hi or hello, Mr. Jane. Hi, Mrs. Jane. You know, how are you doing? You want to be sure that it's the right client. Then you talk about yourself. You can say, my name is Chi. Just do it. My name is Chinwe. Chinwe is hard to pronounce. I can say, my name is Chi, your nurse assistant for today. So you just identify yourself, your name, and what you have to do. Then what next? You provide privacy. You understand? You provide privacy. So sometimes you need to just close the door, curtains, anything. Just make sure you provide privacy. Then you assure the client that you assure that the client is in a safe position. What's the safe position? The bed must be low. Before you leave a client, the bed must be low. Once you enter into the room, ensure that the bed is still low and is locked. So you need to just check. Why do we do this? So that the client does not fall. As in, height of the bed. If it's low and the client falls out, the injury will not be that much. But if it's low, it's easy for the client to step out and put the feet on the floor. So if it's high, it's like, even if you raise it high to carry out the procedure, once you're going, ensure it's low. So once you come in, you check the bed. After checking providing privacy, you make sure that the bed is low and is locked. That's safety. Then others, you also check your own body mechanics and adjust bed to your height. So we're going to go through the standard pre-steps again. So first of all, check your assignment sheets. Just like I said, check your assignment sheets and know what it says. After checking your assignment sheets, you go and do what? You wash your hands. After washing your hands, you gather your supplies, the things you need. You gather all your supplies. When you gather all your supplies, you come to the client's room, you knock at the door. You can wait for response. If there's no response, you go in. You address the clients by name. Hello, Mrs. Jane. Hello, Jenny. Anything you want to call her. Hello, Jenny. How are you doing? Identify the clients. You can even make sure that her wristband, because some people, they have bands that with their names. You ensure the wristbands are there. Then you also identify yourself. My name is Chi. I'm going to be your nurse assistant for today. Then after identifying yourself, you make sure there's privacy. I make sure there's privacy because you want to give that client privacy. And then the bed, you make sure is what? It's low and it's locked. In that way, you're ensuring safety. So once you're sure it's low and locked and your supplies are ready, you tell her what you want to do, and then you raise the bed to your. So these are the things you're like expected to do for a standard pre-test. So you must do these things, and then you start off with your procedure that you want to do, the skill that you want to do. So that's it. So for standard post steps are those things you do after you have completed your procedure. Remember, you do your pre-steps first, carry out your skills, either dentures or anything you want to do. Just carry out the whole skills. After the skills, you now do a post standard steps. These are the things they expect you to do after you finish your procedure. So let's go over the post standard steps again. Once you've carried out your skills, you do what? You ask the resident, is there anything else they want you to do for them? If they say no, you say, okay, that's fine. You make sure that their bed is low and it's locked. You make sure that their call light is right beside them so that it can be easy for them to reach out to you. Okay? Then you do what? You gather your supplies so they can discard them, like dispose all your supplies. You carry them. You open the curtain back. You open the curtain back and you go out, you wash your hands and you do documents. That's it for your CNA test out. So like after a few days, they'll send you a paper like this. If you pass, they'll put like results pass. Then this is like the written one, and then you have your skills pass. So some people have like pass here, then they have like failed for the skills. So once you have like failed, you're going to have something like they'll put out the skill. They'll tell you the skill that you did not do well, and they'll write unsatisfactory. Do you understand? I think they will now tell you, they'll print a sheet showing you the checklist that they use and what you missed on the checklist. Do you understand? You see, that's why you have to go through your practice so that you don't miss those bold steps, because those bold steps are those steps that you must do. So again, how did I practice for this? On my first try, I took this serious because I really don't like, I just like to practice. So I took it serious and I started doing that. Since I had 21 skills, I could do 4 skills a day for 5 days. That's 20. On that last day, I could do 6. I kept doing this every week, depending on how length of time you have before your exam. Because since there are 21 skills, you could do 3 every day for 7 days, making it 21 skills. That means you have to do 3 skills every day for 7 days. Do you understand? You know what? When you're also registering, there's not always like a space for you to register. Dates for your exam is not always available. Sometimes you might even register and the only date you find is like 4 weeks. Length of time, much time you need to practice so you can pass it. But don't worry, it's just practice. Once you practice, it will be on your muscle memory, and that is it. You don't even know when you're doing it. Okay, I hope this video was useful. If there's anything again you want to know about CNA test out skills, I'll be glad to help. Have a nice day.